Man like Robbie, welcome along to MLR Daily. Now, would you believe it? Argentina are in danger of not qualifying for next year's World Cup. You can't believe it, can you? I mean, they were beaten yesterday in their World Cup qualifier against Bolivia, going down 2-0, a really damaging defeat. And on top of that, their star player, their talisman, Lionel Messi, has been banned for 4 games. And the reason being is that he insulted a referee, or shall I say the linesman, or second referee, whichever way you want to call it, in the game against Chile the other night. And he's now picked up a 4-game ban. Now, very damaging. And without Messi, you know, Argentina crumbled. They were beaten 2-0, as I said, by Bolivia. And it's a very, very damaging defeat for them. It now moves them into 5th place in South American qualification. Now, South American qualification is very different to European qualification in that it's the first 4 teams in South America that automatically qualify for the World Cup. The 5th team, which is where Argentina are at the moment, have to play a playoff game against a team from Oceania, which, listen, normally they would get through, but that's if Argentina even get 5th place. But really damaging. And yes, I know they're missing Messi, but when you think about the talent that Argentina have, the firepower, Aguero, Di Maria, Dybala, all these players, Higuain, you know, even without Messi, they should be able to be getting past teams like Bolivia, even though, you know, it's never easy to play in their altitude. But a really damaging defeat from them. Will Messi, you know, Argentina going to appeal? Will Messi get that ban overturned or shortened? Because he's going to miss a lot of games. He's going to miss a game against Brazil. He's going to miss a game against Uruguay. Both of those two, you know, they'll be gunning for Argentina and will do them no favours. And they're also going to miss. He's also going to miss a game against Venezuela. So tough times for Argentina, and it just wouldn't be a World Cup without Argentina. Surely, with all the star players that they have, not getting through, it's just. I mean, I remember a few years ago, everybody was talking about the English team and how many, you know, when Beckham was playing, the golden generation. It's the golden generation of Argentinian players. If they don't make it through, it'd be absolutely unbelievable. One team that has already qualified, the first team to qualify for the World Cup, is Brazil. And it's been amazing by Brazil. They've been brilliant in qualification. We all don't forget the last World Cup where they got absolutely hammered by Germany. Well, they've really sort of, you know, learnt from that, and they're playing really well. They won 3-0 last night, a really big win for them, and beating Paraguay. And there was goals by Neymar, Coutinho of Liverpool, and also Marcelo of Real Madrid. And Brazil safely through into World Cup qualifications, and well done to them. Chile also did themselves a power of good. They had a big win yesterday. They beat Venezuela by 3-1. A brilliant goal in the game by Alexis Sanchez, fantastic free kick, and that has really put them in a good position. Looking at the table, Brazil are top, Colombia in 2nd place, Uruguay in 3rd, Chile in 4th, and as I said, in that 5th place, Argentina in danger of not qualifying for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. It just seems unbelievable. Yesterday, in one of the friendlies, a really interesting game between France and Spain. Spain running out 2-0 winners in the end. But what was fascinating about the game is that it was sort of decided by video technology. Now, we've all, you know, for weeks and weeks or years and years seen, you know, up and down the country, dodgy decisions by referees, offsides given when a player's miles onside, etc., etc. The video technology that a lot of us have always been saying, bring it in, that would have solved it. That was put into operation last night in the game, and you've got to say it worked. It worked. First of all, there was a goal by Antoine Griezmann scored in the game. That was disallowed. It was originally, you know, waved on and given a goal, but when the video technology took a look at it, he was offside. So, you know, that goal was given offside, and it was no goal. Then De La Feo scored the winner for Spain. Now, that was ruled offside by the referee, but the video technology took another look at it and said, no, actually, he was onside, so the goal was given. And I think the significant thing about it is that the longest video decision in the game took 50 seconds to sort out, which is really quick. You know, because one of the things people have said in the past is, you know, we don't want these decisions going on for ages, we want to keep the flow of the game going. But if they're able to do it in such quick time, that's going to be brilliant. And the FA are going to be using it in next year's FA Cup, so it'll be really interesting to see how it works in England. And the hope is that if it all works out, they're going to use it in the World Cup in 2018. And I personally, I know there's some people that are against video technology. For me, it's a no-brainer. In all these other sports, they have it in tennis, in rugby, in cricket, all these other sports, they use it to great effect. They get the big decisions right. Why not have it, you know, when you've got, you know, massive games like what we've seen, you know, we've seen here, like World Cup games, FA Cup games, Premier League games. We've seen so many bad decisions given this season alone in the Premier League. And I wonder if video technology would have been in, how many of those decisions would have been reversed? It's really interesting. But a big success last night in that game, and Spain beating France as well. That was quite significant. We heard a couple of days ago Arsene Wenger saying about the best players now are all coming out of France. Significant that Spain beat them in France by 2-0 in that friendly. Talking of Arsene Wenger and talking of the Premier League, it's all back this weekend. Hooray. It's great that it's back. And one manager that's going to be under extreme pressure, he's had like a 2-week break off of it, right? But the pressure comes back this weekend, is Arsene Wenger. And he's got a massive game on Sunday against Manchester City. The battle for the top four, we know that Chelsea more or less going to win the league, but the battle for that top four is really heating up. Both of the teams in this game really need to win this one, City and Arsenal. Arsenal, if they lose this, I think it's goodbye to the top four. Really significant game. And what a lot of the newspapers are saying, including the Daily Mirror in this article, is that it's D-Day for Arsene Wenger. If he loses this game, it's probably going to decide his future in that he will have to go. If he wins the game, then he might say to himself, well, you know what, I've still got it in me and maybe it's time to sign a new deal, whatever. But they're saying it's D-Day. It's going to be really interesting this week. Some massive games going in. Merseyside derby as well. And we're going to be all over them this weekend. So make sure you keep it locked here to Man Like Robbie. But thanks for watching the show today.
Man Like Robbie.